Hello Savagers! Welcome back for the live stream! It's been a while since I did one, so I had a really busy week. So I'm just gonna do a little short one today. And now we go to the event calendar, so we are at the end of the Shamrock Celebration. It's actually the last day today, tomorrow it might be just a display. The Neptune axe is gone, just how do you call that? The beast art. Pass that's left. Beast on is on the last day, and Genesis of Conquer is still going on. We are on the second and third day now. Crown of Glory is at the elimination round. It's gonna end today, and tomorrow we actually gonna have a new beast coming out, the Quetzalcoatlus. So when we look at the beast art, it looks like a barbarian defense, hunter attack. So it's a hunter barbarian defense beast, which we kind of got a lot right now, but they're pretty good for defending the tribe. So we have that tomorrow, Harvest of Abundance, where you can get a lot of relic, the Chief Relic material, or the Beast Kill Book, which it's pretty nice to have. I'm gonna have the rally comment tomorrow. I don't know if I'll participate in that. Pioneer Pat, and we're gonna have a clan domination tomorrow. Let's go. So we're gonna have a lot of fun tomorrow. Other things are gonna come out. They actually re-released the two muses. She's the one that gives HP. If we go take a look, Lana. She gives HP to all the troops. Then if we go to Rose, the one I'm currently upgrading, she's giving attack to every type of troops. So pretty nice that they did that. So the Genesis, it's going on right now. Crown of Glory, we're at the elimination round. So now we have Showtime against Wolf Totem, a Petit Liu against Tilo, Ryu against her baby daddy. I call him baby because he has a baby in his picture. And then we have the cat, the big cat against Annie, Anu, I don't know. And then we have the Chief of Continent today. It's gonna be building, invocation, consume gem, wildling, monstrosity, and magma knight. So I think I'm gonna do just a little video to close up the Shamrock because it's the end of the celebration. So I'm gonna do like a end video for that, or a second video talking about it. So I'm gonna go at it. Hello Savagers, welcome to another Savage Garg video. So today in this video I'm gonna talk about the Shamrock Celebration. We are actually on the last day of the celebration, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about how it's going, what I found out, and if I like it or not. So to start, the Shamrock Sour, which can get in pack, in the pass, in the puzzle, and in the Clover Carnival each day. You get little amount during the event. So when you want to go to the shop and buy things, you don't get a lot in exchange of the clover points. So what you gotta do is either you buy some sour and then you speed them up to transform it. So what I would have to suggest, if it comes back next year maybe, or in another form for another celebration, is to keep the speed ups they gave you at the start, and then you use it at the end when you get to the max level of the Shamrock shop. So you can accelerate all your Shamrock here, sour, and speed them up to transform them into the coin to have a maximum amount. So that's something I found out. Another thing about the shop. So how did you get the shop to upgrade? It was in the pass here on the first row, on the free row of the pass. So at level 5 you get level 2, level 8 3, level 14 4, and 21 5. So actually what they did is every day, because the celebration lasts for 7 days, every day you were able to get approximately 3 level of the pass here for free. Okay, and that was just by doing the Clover Carnival each day that they give the pass experience, and doing your bounty task. No, just your task. You know, just doing the daily task. So each chest give you the points for the experience for the Shamrock Pass. Alright, so you get 3 per day, so you only get to the level 5 shop at the last day of the event. So you have to make sure you don't spend all your speed up until the end, because at max level it transfer 1000 sour into the coin. So it gives you 100 coin per speed up you use. Alright, so like you see 50, 100, 200, 500, and then 1000. So you have to make sure to keep them until the end and spend in there to make sure you have the time remaining for what's left after you use all your speed up, that it's gonna finish before the event is done. Alright, so that's something that was a little bit tricky. And what they did, another thing that they did that was tricky, is even if you buy, let's say you want to buy more of the Shamrock Sour, so you buy a bunch of it, if you don't buy the speed ups to speed them up to get the points, you won't have the time remaining to transform all the Shamrock Sour you just bought into the coin. So you have to buy the Shamrock Sour and the speed up to transform it into the coin. And let's say you want to do that on the first day of the event, it meant that you had here to go and buy packs to speed up the experience of the pass to get all the way to level 21 on the first day and get the shop to level 5. So that way when you speed up the Shamrock Sour into the coin, it was optimized to this maximum of the value of the speed up. So it was a little bit tricky there. So you shouldn't have used any of the speed ups at the first day of the event and keep them until the last day, until you have the level 5 shop unlock in the pass. Alright, so that's something to know about that. And then you have every day you have to do task or quests that give you points, and there was a ranking system, so every day there's a ranking system. If you rank in the top 100, then there's the overall. The overall is just for the top 100, so I'm not even top 100 here in the rankings. I didn't really want to spend a lot for that. But there's another ranking from who got the most Shamrock coin count. So to get there, you have to buy the Shamrock Sour packs, and the speed up pack to transform the Shamrock Sour into coin, and eventually so you can buy some items in the shop here. So as you can see, the only thing I bought here in the shop was a Magmanite because I really want to get to Radiant 5 and unlock the T11. So I'm at a point that every time I can buy some Magmanite, I just buy it. And it was kind of a good pricing, if you can say, for Magmanite. Since Magmanite you can pretty much only buy it right now if you need them in a good amount. So definitely having event like that is pretty good to buy the Magmanite and do things like to get your Radiant level up. And for the puzzle, it was pretty easy. I talked about it in my first video. So that pretty sums up the Shamrock event celebration, or I don't know how to say it. So it was, I mean, it was okay. It wasn't like all that much eventful. Just had to have in mind to don't spend the speed ups, don't be in a hurry to get the coin to exchange in the shop, and wait until the last day when you get the last bit of experience needed to unlock the shop level 5 to then spend your speed ups and get your coin. So all in all, I appreciate that they did it with Magmanite because I really needed it. The rewards in the exchange shop were okay. I mean the Magmanite is pretty awesome. Like the relic blueprint, it's pretty nice. Only 4 though, and but to get all of it, you needed to spend a lot of money. So that pretty much it. Good event in all, and I don't know if they're gonna bring it back for other holiday or other celebration, but it was a pretty nice one. So we'll see you guys on the next video, and keep on beasting, I guess. Ciao. All right. So that's gonna be one video. Now what video do I want to make after that? I don't know what should I explain? Maybe the genesis of conquest. We've got a little good little group there. Maybe we can talk about the EOC and how the grouping went. It's a little Shamrock video. Maybe I want to do like one video of barbarian formation. That I go for beasts, relics, and the troops. But I think I need to make some image or maybe in the description to talk about the different thing. Is there a way to filter the beast? A level, quality, rank. There's not a way to like, so I can filter the beast and just look at the beam one. Or... Alright, so there's the Thunderbolt that has the beam, but it's really a rider. Hello Savagers, welcome back to another Savage Garg video. In this video I'm gonna talk about the ultimate guide for a behemoth formation or a behemoth squad. So we're gonna talk about the beast, what beast to choose. We're gonna talk about the relics, what relics you should use on your beast for the behemoth, and the troops, the behemoth, how they actually work, how many you should put in your formation, with what other troops, and how to fill it if you don't have the number of behemoth that you need to make a full formation. So let's talk about the beast first. So there's a lot of beasts that has a lot of bonuses for different type of troops, and I'm gonna talk about all the beasts that are actually giving stats to the behemoth, but some of them you don't use them for the behemoth formation, and I'm gonna talk about it and why. So I'm gonna get right into that on those beasts and why you don't use them in the behemoth formation. So first, let's go for the Alpha Allosaurus. So here you can see it says Rider and Behemoth. And when you click on the arrow, because I don't have him 5-star, it says Rider Attack and Behemoth Defense. Right, so you can think, oh, it's a Behemoth Defense dino, so it's good for Behemoth formation. And actually, not really. And the reason why is it gives the skill for the Behemoth, but it buffs the Behemoth HP and it gives rider damage. So it's kind of strange that it gives the attack of the Behemoth, and you cannot have more than 50% of your squad of Behemoth for that. So that skill you won't really use because in a behemoth formation you use more than 50% behemoth, and I'm gonna talk about it at later. So that's why you don't use the Alphalosaurus for the behemoth formation, because the HP for behemoth is good, but it's not the main thing. You want to do the damage with the behemoth, and and uh, and you want to have more than 50%. So that's why the Alphalosaurus, it can be used maybe if it's the only dino that you have for behemoth. You're starting the game is the only dino that you have for behemoth that you can pair with two others that you have maybe. But I really wouldn't recommend to invest in the Alphalosaurus because there's way better dino for that. And the next one is the Thunderbolt. The Thunderbolt, you see there's Behemoth too, and he is Behemoth defense, Rider attack, the same thing as the Alphalosaurus. And when you go in the skill is actually for riders here, for the damage of the riders, which is good because he's buffing the attacks of the riders. But it's giving Behemoth HP, so you want it. Thunderbolt is really good in a rider formation, but not good in the Behemoth formation. So if you're doing the rider for attacks, a Thunderbolt can be used, and it's really in the top maybe 5 of the dino for riders. Maybe a little bit lower, but in the top 5, let's say. But for Behemoth, it's not there. You don't use the Thunderbolt for the Behemoth. All right. And the next one for the the Behemoth, it's actually the Ankylosaurus. So the Anky is a Behemoth too. He's Behemoth and Hunter, and the same thing. He does the damage on the percent of the defense of the Behemoth. But you don't want really to buff the defense of the Behemoth because the Behemoth that has a lot of defense are the T9s, and they are the Raiders, and we mostly use the Marauder in the Behemoth formation to do damage. So it's not gonna be effective, and buffing the Behemoth HP instead of damage, because it's buffing the Hunter damage, you don't really want to use the Ankylosaurus, but he's a better option than the Alphalosaurus and the Thunderbolt for a Behemoth formation. And you're gonna see sometime the Ankylosaurus in the Behemoth formation when they don't have any other option. So that's the Ankylosaurus. Now we're gonna enter into the dino that you can actually use in a Behemoth formation. And I'm gonna start in the purple because there's actually a really good purple dino for the Behemoth, and it's the Young Rex. So as you can see, the Young Rex doesn't have any skills for the Behemoth, but the stats that he gives for the Behemoth is really good, because he gives Behemoth attack and Behemoth defense. As you can see, he gives the basic stat 90% and 90%. Because mine is only level 1, so it's only 90%, but it can go up to 200 or something. And it's pretty easy to have to 5-star, so it's gonna give you a lot of the squad capacity that you need to get more troops unit in your formation and be more effective. So Young Rex, it's actually really used in the Behemoth formation when you don't have any other option, and I will really recommend to use the Young Rex if you don't have any other dino. Next one that can be used is the Gilded Rex, or the Long Horn Rex, because they're really long horn Rex. And sometimes it's maybe easier for the traduction of the language. So the Long Horn Rex. So he has Behemoth attack, Behemoth defense, which you really need to. And is one of the first dino that comes out in the game when you start or you're in the new continent. He's released really soon in the game, so if you have the chance to get him. So Behemoth and Behemoth defense. But the skill, actually, he has no skill for the Behemoth. So it's really good because you have the stat, but he doesn't have any skill that buff Behemoth. But you want to use that over the Allosaurus or the Ankylosaurus or the Thunderbolt. So if it's Gilded Rex and Young Rex, they're really strong. Next one we're gonna go and talk about is gonna be the Spinosaurus. So the Spinosaurus is a Behemoth attack and Hunter attack. So he doesn't have the 2 stat of Behemoth, but he is really strong because of the Behemoth skill that he gives. That every time the Behemoth attack 4 times, they deal an extra damage to the 2 units behind the row of the target that they had. And this skill is really strong. And the other thing is that he has the skill that buff Behemoth damage. So the Spinosaurus is definitely in my top 3 beasts for the Behemoth formation. So if you have the chance to grab him, actually really pull for him, he's really good for the Behemoth formation. The next one I'm gonna talk about is gonna be the Seismosaurus. So the Seismosaurus for us released at the end of the EOC 3, so it's pretty late in the game that they released the Seismosaurus. But he buffs Behemoth attack and Behemoth defense. So you see 219, the basic stats that he gives, and the skills is insane. So when the Behemoth unit attack, they deal an additional 24% attack to the 2 units in the same row as the target, and it's a 4 turn cooldown. And this skill procs a lot, a lot. And he has the Behemoth damage skill too, and he has the Behemoth HP skill. So all around buff attack, defense, damage, HP. He has a good Behemoth skill for the damage. So Seismosaurus is actually my top 1 dino for Behemoth. When you have the chance to grab him on the exclusive pull, go ahead and pull as much as you can. And it's gonna be after that in the general pull, so you're gonna be able to pull for his fragment just generally. And then the last dino that I'm gonna talk about for the Behemoth, it's the Pyronox. This one is a bit more tricky because I think it released on all continents at once, and he's from the daily pack that you can buy. So there's a couple of dino that are in the daily pack where you can only get 12 fragment per day of one of them. So you cannot buy like 12 fragment of each of them. It's just one of them, you get a 12 fragment that day, and that's it. So you have to wait another day to get another 12 fragment. So it's a pay to win dino. There's no other way to get it. It's not in the general pool. There's no exclusive pool for him or nothing like that. So this one is not for everyone. So for that reason, I put him in my top. He's like my number 2. So Seismosaurus number 1, Seismosaurus number 1, Pyronox number 2, Spino number 3. Just because the Seismosaurus is free, as you can see, and this one is you have to pay to get him. And as you can see, he buffs the Behemoth attack, Behemoth defense, and the same thing, he has the skill for the damage, skill for the HP, and he has a different kind of skill for the attacks. When Behemoth units attack, they deal an additional 40 damage to up to 4 units in the same row of the target. 70 distribute among each target. This has a cooldown of 5 turns. So he has a pretty good skill too. It's pretty much a mirror of the Seismosaurus, but it's the pay to win, as you can say, dino for Behemoth. So that's the dino for the beast for Seismosaurus. I wouldn't recommend to use any other dino except the one I talked about for when you do your Behemoth formation. And if somebody has other comment or want to suggest another dino, just put it down in the comment section, and we're gonna be able to take a look at it and maybe discover some new things. So now, once the beasts are done, now we're gonna go about what relics do you put on the dino to make it even more effective, and what relics to use on that dino to be effective. So we're gonna go in battle here in the inventory in the battle section, and we're gonna go down in the in our beast relics. So there's the gray beast relics. So the one you want to use are from gray, green, and blue. It's gonna be called the apprentice set Earth. So you can see here's the apprentice set Earth, and you're gonna want to have the 5 set of any quality of the beast of the herd set on the beast, because as you can see the 3 piece stats give those bonuses, and the 5 piece give those bonuses, and you have to add those 2 bonuses together to have the total bonuses it gives when you have the 5 pieces. So it's pretty strong, and you can only use that set to increase the behemoth attack and defense. So you either go with the gray if you have the 5 piece of the gray. If you have 5 piece of the green, you use the 5 piece of the green because it gives better bonuses. Same thing when you reach the the piece of the blue set, you put that on. And then once you reach the purple quality, the name change to heavy gear. So as you can see, for behemoth, it's gonna be called the heavy gear set. So it's gonna be the 3 piece and the 5 piece. So like if you only have 5 gray, put the 5 gray on the beast, and then when you get the 5 green, put the 5 green, etc. until you get up to the purple. And then once you go up all the way to orange, the name changed for the Guardian Honor set. So you want to equip the Guardian Honor set for the behemoth and have the 5 pieces. And after that, if you ever get to the last quality, the gold quality, it's gonna be called the Beast Master set. So that's the optimum beast relic you can put on the behemoth, is the Beast Master. So you want to equip always 5 piece of one of those set of those quality, and never try to do 3 pieces of one of those set and 2 pieces and try to match the affix to maximize. You can do that if you're really good at it, if you're really good at looking at the affixes and trying to maximize. Let's say you have a 3 piece, and then maybe you want to put the gold for the barbarian, but like there's no stats here that boost behemoth, but there's behemoth defense, and then you say, okay, maybe I'll put that because he has the affix, and maybe the 3 affix here for behemoth, and you put it on with the 3 piece and the stats are better. If you want to do that, you can do that, but the easier way is just to say, do I have the 5 piece, and put the 5 piece on, and that's pretty much it. And once you reach to the, let's say the orange, when we have the affixes, then you try to equip the 5 piece with the one that have affix for the behemoth, and that way you're gonna increase even more the stats of the formation. And now let's talk about the troops. So we're gonna go in the behemoth barn, and there's always 2 type of troops of every type of troops. I don't know if I can say it like that, but for the behemoth you have the marauder and you have the raider. Okay, so each tier, like tier 1 it's a marauder, tier 2 it's a raider, tier 3 it's a marauder, tier 4 it's a raider, etc. Sometimes you have a marauder in tier 7, and in tier 8 you have another marauder. So sometimes they are back to back together. So there's a difference between the raiders and the marauders. As you can see, the the attack, the defense, the HP, and the power. The power is it's related to the tier, but if you just see at attack, defense, HP, see it change a good bit. But even like T9, if I go to T8 Marauder, you see the Marauder has more attack than the T9, because the T9, the Raiders for the Behemoth, they are a defensive troop, so they're like the tank for the Behemoth, and they do different type of skills. So they always have 4 skills. So you have toughness, they have a high defense and HP, the max load, so they carry a lot of load, which doesn't really affect your attack capabilities. And the siege defense, so they buff defense when attacking tribe center. So when you attack a tribe center, they have increased defense stats, and they have an increased raider def. Okay, but that say, let's go see the Marauder. So you see the big jump in attack, and they have rage, so they greatly increase attack but have attack speed, so they are not fast, but they attack pretty strong. They have a great increase in attack range, so they attack from far away. They have an enhanced attack, so they have a buff when they're attacking tribe center. They have an attack buff, and they have the increased Marauder attacks. So they have insane attack, and they still have a pretty good amount of defense and HP overall. So in a Behemoth formation, you want to use the maximum of the Marauder. So let's say you're not level, your TC is not level 30 yet, you don't have access to the T10. The formation will use the T8 Marauders instead of the T10. But the formation is basically 99% Marauders, and the other 1% is miscellaneous troop. So let's say I'm gonna go here in the formation, and I have my preset formation here for Behemoth, and as you can see, I have 99% of my 335 are Champion Marauder, and all the other troops are just 9 of, you see here I have Barbarian, I have Riders, I have Hunter, the T10, I just put 9 of each, and in every tier of them I just put 9. You see the Raiders here for the Behemoth, I only have 9, and same thing for the T8, only 9, because I put everything on my Marauders here to maximize the attack effectiveness of the formation. And you do that all the way down to the T1, and that's the formation I found to be the most effective in a fight. So you can test, maybe you're gonna have some more value or more effectiveness with different percentage. Maybe you want to add let's say 100 of each of the other tier, or maybe you want to stop at T8, you want to have 100 of each and stop to T8 instead of going all the way to T1. But I wouldn't recommend to put less Marauder to increase it in Raiders, because you really don't need to do that. You just want the maximum Marauder here. For the formation, it's gonna be really strong. And as you can see, I use the Sismosaurus, the Spinosaurus, and the Paranax, and it's really strong. So we have talked about the beast, we have talked about the relics, and we have talked about the formation and what unit to use for the Behemoth. So that was my ultimate guide for Behemoth formation. If you guys have more questions, ask in the comment down below and I'll answer it. So see you guys on the next video. Bye. gonna be pretty good video to put out. I don't know if I should speed up. Let's speed it up anyway. Cause I'm gonna go and level up my barn. I'm gonna level up my behemoth barn in 3 seconds. Let's go. Upgrade. Upgrade it. Good, good. I have a lot of 5 minutes. I think I'm gonna be able to do another one. Because is it here? No, it's the Chief of Continent. It's building speed ups and Magmanite. And I think the Shamrock 2 has today has Magmanite only though. So I'm gonna be able to score both there, but not here. I guess we can have everything. So let's level that. There you go. So we're gonna go sleep on that, and tomorrow we're gonna have the construction skill up. And we're gonna maybe do another one tomorrow. Alright, so that's it for today, guys. See you on